What is up, guys? Happy Homebrew Wednesday. This one is going to be a laid back, chilled Homebrew Wednesday. Hold on to your seats. Let me adjust this bad boy. Yes, a smidge more. There we go. My head's still in the frame. It's a massive head, but it fits. So yeah, this is going to be a chilled, laid back Homebrew Wednesday, just because I got a lot of stuff going on. Anyone who's friends with me on Facebook knows I just started a new job, so can't get that crazy in my videos. Got to keep it nice, short, simple, and sweet. So that being said, what is going on in my world? Number one, I think I just ordered my last shipment from Midwest. As some of you guys might know, I've been kind of like hopping around who I use online shopping. Currently, I'm using Midwest, but that's probably going to end because Midwest has merged with Northern Brewer, and ever since they've done that, it takes forever to get my shit. Forever. And that would be okay if they told me straight off the bat, hey, you're not gonna get your shit for a while, so don't expect it. Which is cool, because Alarmo I've started using Austin, and they'll say that sometimes. They'll be like, hey, we don't have this shit yet. You can order it, you can pay for it, but we don't have it. So tell me to my face. If it's going to take me a while to get my shit, just tell me that. Don't fill me with these high expectations and then never follow through with it. Because it's just annoying as hell, and I'm just done. A lot of people that I've talked to have been like, well, stop ordering online, use your local homebrew store. My local homebrew store is 30 miles away. Like, I live in the perfect storm. I've got a local homebrew store north of me, about 30 miles. I've got one, what is it, like west of me? Well, I guess like west for you guys, 30 miles, and one south of me, 30 miles. So it's kind of ironic, I live 30 minutes outside of DC, so about 20 miles. But there really aren't a lot of local homebrew stores where I live. Like, it's crazy. There's I've got a brand new house to me. Kids, a wife. I can't be what is it? I can't be investing money to do my own homebrew store, start one from scratch. But anyone who lives in Montgomery County area of Maryland, you should start a homebrew store because like we are in dire need of one. It just the local homebrew store I go to that's up north of me, they've got a lot of stuff, but there's a lot of stuff they're missing. One and two, some of like their supplies, like temperature controller, are twice the cost of what I could get on like Midwest or Austin. And to me, there's no excuse for that. I'll pay like a little bit of a premium, maybe like an extra 10, 15, maybe $20, but I'm not going to spend $140 on something that I can get for 70, $80 unless like it's an absolute have to. But I mean, they were selling temperature controllers for an absurd amount of money. And so it's just silly. And there really isn't anyone near me. And 30 miles out of my way, with a wife and kids, it's kind of hard to sell to my wife, hey, I'm going to be gone for 2 hours, basically an hour, half hour up, half hour back, and then an hour at the store to get everything measured out. So because of that, I shop online a lot. I used to like Northern Brewer because I could shoot out I could send them what is it? I could send them an order on Monday and I would get it by Friday, no problem. But then they had their whole problem and they got rid of Brewing TV. They brought it back, but that's for another week because I could go on for like 30 minutes on everything that is wrong with that. But they got rid of Mike Dawson and Jake Keeler, and you could just tell customer service went down the crapper. So I said no more. I'm out. So I went to Midwest. I started buying from them, and they were great. They were really, really great. And then I started noticing that it was taking like longer and longer to get my shit. So I went online and was just like, "Hey, has anyone else had this problem on a Homebrew Talk?" And people were like, "Well, yeah, we've had that problem ever since they've merged." I was like, "What?" Turns out that Northern Brewer and Midwest had merged. So I go and look at the time when they merged, and it was like exactly when my stuff started taking like longer and longer and longer. So I was just like, come on, this is ridiculous. Like, if you guys are gonna merge to make this like superpower homebrew store, great. If you're going to be a superpower homebrew store, now you're just a lazy, big, slow as hell homebrew store. So it's like it's the exact opposite of what you would have expected. They spent all this money, to merge and be this great thing, and yet they're slower than they used to be when they were separate. So, it's a disaster. But that being said, what I've ordered from Midwest is a beer gun. So I am full force. Like, I love kegging, but on the other side, I really like the idea of being able to save some of my bottles. I know there save some of my beers and bottles so that I can try them, like, say, 4 months after I kick the keg, and one, do a taste test and be like, oh, I like this, I like that about it, or hey, let's see how it ages, stuff like that. So I've decided, I bit the bullet. I bought a beer gun. It was about $100, with all the accessories to attach everything. And then I got my next two brew kits have already been decided from Austin Homebrew. Hopefully that's going to come on Friday and I can brew this weekend. If not, I've got a honey to-do list. I can do stuff on that, and then I can just brew the next weekend. But my next two beers are this is a flagship beer in my house. It's called the Nightmare IPA. It's a black IPA. It is money. I've made two versions of it, and each one just got better and better. So this one would technically be version 3 because I'm going to switch up the hops that I used the last time, but I'm pretty much set on my grain bill there. I really love that one. And then after that, I'm going to brew an Irish Red, and the reason I'm doing that is I'm trying to build up the yeast on that. I'm going to harvest the yeast and then use that to make my round 2 of my SJ Pour experiment. So I've already got 3 beers set up. My fourth beer that I want to do is going to be my pumpkin beer. I got what I'm drinking here, and I should put I will be putting the review up shortly. It's my pumpkin, well, not mine. It's Southern Tears pumpkin beer. It's good beer. It's a lot to drink. It's 8.8%. That's like a well over a liter. That's a massive beer there. So it's a lot to drink, especially on a work night. It's 9:15. I woke up at 3 o'clock this morning, so I'm highly regretting popping this bad boy up and trying to drink it by myself. But getting back to what I was saying, I've already got my next 3 beers lined up, and my fourth beer, which I got to do soon, is going to be my version of pumpkin, my pumpkin beer. So what I wanted to ask you guys is, what are your thoughts if you've ever made a pumpkin beer on when to add the pumpkin? I personally have always done it during the mash. I believe that's how Dogfish does it too, which is my favorite pumpkin beer. I was wondering if anybody else makes a pumpkin beer when they add it. Um, what are their thoughts? With some people, something I saw that was kind of intriguing was I saw that some people were using stuff like cranberries and raspberries and peppers in the SJ Pour experiment. To They were just adding them right into a secondary, and then adding the beer to that. Let it sit in there for a couple days, and then pull it off. I was wondering if I should do that with the pumpkin beer, with the pumpkin or not. It's something I'm thinking about. I haven't really decided yet if how I would do that. The biggest thing is how do I get it back out if I do that without like getting my auto siphon stuck. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to do the mash, but if anybody has any thoughts on it, let me know. I have rambled now for way too long, so I'm going to cut this short. But yeah, this is my Homebrew Wednesday video for August 7th. Hopefully that's the right date. That's it. I'm going to go back to drinking this bad boy, watching some updates on the NFL Network, and that's it. So happy Homebrew Wednesday, guys. Hit me up with some comments, down below. Hit me up with subscriptions over here, Z's. Like over here, and don't dislike over here. Don't hit that. Don't do that. That's no good. No, don't do it. Larmo, stop disliking my videos. Just kidding. So that's it, guys. I am out. I am going to finish this and hit the hay. So peace. See you guys next week. Adios.